transitioning towards low carbon activities and economy, also taking care about biodiversity, also the challenge of resources is being factored in the way our clients remunerate us. For example, we used to have contract in water services where we were only paid on volume, and of course the more you consume, the more money you make. Today we have contracts where we are incentivized to reduce consumption and therefore protect better the resource.
And yet there's a conflict, and it's a conflict, dare I say, I mentioned with Peter Fosa of ABB yesterday, and that is when an activist gets involved, they don't necessarily share the same strategic vision and the same environmental concerns that you have as a leader of the company as well. Your activists have been quite aggressive talking about underperformance. Does that get in the way of your strategic vision?
The way we worked with the board of directors last year was to put in place our strategic plan, Suez 2030, which is how do we have to make evolve our activities, our footprint, to better serve our clients. And of course, profitability is one of the key elements we have, because this is a company, we need to invest, to innovate, to attract talents, and we need, of course, to have results. But something that I was very impressed by is also making the roadshows, presenting the plan, to see how contribution to ESG issues has been raising. And today we see a lot of investors who are asking us, what do you do, what is your performance? And as part of the plan, we have been increasing our goals, because we are able like that to attract investors who are looking at two things, profit and what we do for environment.
But if they had to choose, are the ESG-minded investors crowding out the activists who basically want things like breakups, they want profit, they don't care about the environment so much?
What we said is that we wanted first to have an industrial project. What are the activities, where we need to invest, how do we innovate, how do we attract people, and therefore to better serve our clients. And of course, we have investors which have very different perspective, and what I could see is that long-term investors are as interested in profit as what we do in terms of environmental sustainability.
You have an international growth project as well. Tell us where the biggest opportunities are.
Today, what we see is that Europe is very important in our portfolio. It's still 60% of the turnover of the company, but it's a mature market. It's great for us because there is a lot of innovation, a lot of regulation around our activities, but it is a mature market, and we can see that growth is outside of Europe. And therefore, the target we have been setting is to grow our revenues outside of Europe from 40 to 60% over the length of the plan. The most active markets today in the coming years are China and United States. And of course, we have also activities in emerging countries. For example, we took over the operation of the water system in Senegal, 1st of January, which is also demonstrating our ability to operate and bring solutions in the two worlds.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.